show, but here's something that is getting together and laughing with thousands of other people led by one of the most hilarious people on the planet. I'm so thrilled to have him with us now. Of course, the one, the only, Sebastian Maniscalco. Sebastian, hey.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. Looking forward to starting this tour up.
I'm super stoked because this is your tour, but we're the second stop. Does that kind of play into how things are going to go out this Friday?
I've been working on the material now for, last 2 years. So it's not like, I gotta, get the rust off. So no, it's just logistically, I like to go to North Carolina. I actually go to visit my in-laws in a place called Boone.
Okay. Yep.
So I hang out there for a little bit. So logistically, it kind of just worked out.
That's nice to hear that you get some downtime too, because I'm looking at your schedule. It's every weekend. You're at a new place Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You do podcasts. You're coming off of movies, TV. You said you've been working on this material for 2 years. Kind of take us through that process and what we can expect at this tour.
Yeah, so for me, my material kind of it coincides with my life. So I'm a parent. I have a 5 and I have a 7-year-old. So for me, I need to do material that I'm living. I don't sit there and I write in a room. Oh, I think this is going to be funny. No, it's just like I go to Universal Studios, and what I find funny there, I'll put in the act. So as long as I'm living my life, material is in abundance. And I not only talk about my family, but general observations that I've seen in society. And my comedy's generally been based around a disdain for human behavior. And there's plenty of that going on.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because I've listened to you be a guest on a lot of other people's podcasts, as well as your podcast, which rocks. But some of the things that you say on other people's, I find so fascinating because on one, you said you're a hypersensitive person, which I'm the same way. So I notice every single thing. And is that something that you take in and use in all your acts?
Yeah, so being hypersensitive to your surroundings and people in general works for my comedy, but sometimes it has an adverse effect in like kind of real life, particularly with my wife. She's like, just relax, turn it off. I go, I can't. It's like a rash. It's like you're allergic to something. You can't help it. But if you're allergic to peanuts, you're going to break out. Same thing with people's behavior. If I see it, it's just automatically, I go, that ain't right. That's where the whole it ain't right concept came from, is I walk around constantly going, that ain't right. And we were like, what, let's do a tour around kind of the things that are wrong in society, at least through my eyes, and just make them humorous. So yeah, it's a blessing and a curse.
Do you see people's reactions in the audience? I know like all the lights are on you, but can you actually see how they're reacting to what you're saying?
What I'm seeing right now is you're talking a lot with your hands, and I'm thinking, is she Italian? Because I see a lot of this, a lot of this. Is there a little bit of Italian in you, or is this?
You are not the first one. I had a general manager ask me that, like my first day once. He's like, "Are you Italian?" And I was like, "No, why?" He said the same thing. I think it's the Portuguese.
Oh, okay. Then
is that what it is?
Yeah, I know a lot of Portuguese people who also speak with their hands, but I'm just noticing that. Yes, I do notice a lot of reactions in the crowd. You have to take a temperature of what people are kind of laughing at, what they're not laughing at, how you switch gears throughout the set. Because I'm not like a guy who goes out there and does the same set every night. I might switch the order. I might add something, take something away. I got to keep myself entertained as well.
All right, question, is Luigi coming on tour with you? I know you have a dog. It's not your thing, but you talked about like dog hotels and people bring them. You're going to be on tour for a long time. Are there going to be any guest appearances?
I don't know if we're going to bring the dog to certain cities. I'm not one of these guys that brings the dog on the airplane. Listen, I didn't have a dog for 50 years and now I got a dog. He's a puppy. So I'm getting used to having an animal in the house. My wife grew up with animals. I grew up with a bird. we had a parakeet that was in the hallway, and I came down one day and he was belly up on the on the bottom of the bird cage, and my dad told me he was sleeping. So that's the extent of my upbringing when it comes to animals. So I'm gradually coming around to the dog, but we'll see. We'll see if Luigi will make an appearance.
I love the preparation that you go in it. And I really, really hope that people take the time to listen to your podcast and actually kind of hear the thought process behind it all.
Yeah, Pete and Sebastian show has been something that we've been doing for 12 years. So if you guys are not aware of it, go take a listen.
And as far as that stand-up, where can we find you? Where can we get more information? And where can we get our tickets?
SebastianLive.com. It's all right there. Can't wait to come to Raleigh. Carolina people are very savvy when it comes to comedy and stand-up. So looking forward to coming there.
Awesome. We are ready for you, Sebastian. We appreciate your time today. Thank you so much. I'm going to go tie my hands down or something. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Bye-bye.